All right, people. Welcome to the Wednesday morning tournament. It is Wednesday, July 1st, 2020. And Gavin, I have some amazing news for you. I don't know if you were paying attention, but during my brief absence for illness, our channel has passed 5,000 subscribers. And I wanted to do something fun and special for that. I will tell you that I was looking at some of my old videos, and some of them are pretty funny. My first one was December 17th of 2015. I had no subscribers at that date. And fast forward just less than 5 years, and we're well over 5,000. So, what a
Very
strange
cool.
trip
Yeah.
it's been from my bedroom in a small New York City apartment to, South Florida. And we're still going strong on YouTube. And Gavin, I thank you for being a big part of this at the tail end. It's been great to work with you, buddy.
Oh yeah, it's fun. I love these. I look forward to Wednesdays. It's a
Right.
relaxing, fun day where we get to just play some cards and joke around a little bit with
And it's
not
the
a lot
only
of pressure.
class we actually have that we don't work like dogs to actually create. So
Yeah,
we really, as you,
there's that too for
all
sure.
of you know, have been in one of our private classes. We really work hard to make those amazing. And here we hope this is amazing too, because it's a lot of fun for us. But it's something that we kind of just get to open up in a morning and wake up and play some bridge with you guys. So it is a pleasure. So we're glad you guys can join us for this. Um, how about we start it off? Let's hope we get a win on our
We, we,
celebration
we
day
are
here.
we are carrying a winning streak here. I'm still waiting for the banner that says winning streak 1. If we win this week, there better be something that says winning streak 2
Right,
on the
exactly.
screen
We'll
because
we'll we'll get the graphics updated on the screen for sure. So very interesting hand we're jumping off with it right now. Let's pull the audience from the start here. What are we opening this hand? Let's see if you guys have. We'll probably be able to tell how long you've been with us as to what you bid on this hand. So make your call, folks. Ooh, hello from South Africa. One of your people there, Gavin.
yeah, we that's Rosemary, you're a new one. We've had a couple people that come in from South Africa. It's pretty cool. That's what goes to show you. Most of our classes we're doing later in the day. That you know, carrying these things earlier in the morning opens us up to farther east and east.
Yeah, happy Canada Day also. I forgot about that. Happy
Oh yeah.
Canada Day, July 4th coming for us soon. I know Canadian Thanksgiving very well because my girlfriend and I at the time planned a very great trip to Kingston, Ontario for dinner and a nice weekend, but we didn't know it was Canadian Thanksgiving and not a thing was open. So we will never forget that date on this side. All right. So we have looks like half and half. One club with half the people that are popping in answers, one no Trump with the other half. I will tell you from my perspective, folks, this is a one no Trump opening bid 100% of the time. I don't know if Gavin will agree, but I'm pretty
It's
sure he
no
will.
question. This one, whether you have to have the habit of upgrading or not, this Ace Queen Jack 10 fifth, you have to look at that suit and understand that is going to take 4 tricks. It's going to take 4 tricks. So you can't give yourself only 7 points for a suit that's going to take 4 tricks. Ace King will take 2 tricks. That's what 7 points normally takes. These 7 points are going to produce 4 tricks. We have to upgrade.
Yep. And think of it this way, folks. I would say if we had the ability to raise our hand, I would say you are all more comfortable in auctions where you've opened a no Trump versus auctions where you have a more traditional route. And I'm pretty confident saying that because I've been teaching bridge for a long time. I know my students understand no Trump auctions way better than they understand anything else. So upgrading has another benefit to just, hey, I'm making a call that we understand and we're going to be able to navigate more easily than the other things. Okay. So don't go out of your way to do it. But here it's certainly worthwhile in any seat at the table to open this one no Trump. And that's what we'll do. This is not because we're in third seat, folks, at all. This is just standard stuff. Okay. Bought a pretty decent dummy here. Let's take a look, guys. Take a moment. Count your winners. Plan a little bit of the play. Lead looks like it was a good one for the opponents, unfortunately.
Looks like they probably had a pretty standard lead, though.
Yeah.
Usually, when they lead top of a sequence, at least other declares are going to probably get this same lead.
Yep. And no, I mean, there might be some difference in the auction as we saw in the chat, but here, you know, possible we get to play a no Trump anyway if we choose to just open a
Yeah,
club.
Yeah, if we had opened a club, our partner would have responded a heart and we would rebid a no trump. Unless the opponents would have come into the bidding, we
Right.
would have ended in the same contract with just having divulged a little bit more information.
Right. Yeah, the winner count is not too sexy to start with, right? 3 winners total, but we do see we have a pretty reasonable source of tricks out there. And remember, we're only in one. So even though the opponents got off to a really good lead here, it doesn't necessarily mean they're going to take oodles of tricks with this suit. But what's our first thought here, Gavin?
Well, when we just focus on the opening lead suit. Most of the time, when you have a situation like this, it's right to let the king hold the trick and hold up. The reason that we do that is if we wait a couple rounds before taking the ace of diamonds, it's possible that we could isolate all the diamond winners in a hand that may not end up being able to get back in again. So if we win the ace of diamonds, the moment we lose a trick to the opponents, they're going to take all the diamonds. So by ducking, we might possibly prevent our opponents from taking the diamond suit. And also we might trick our opponents into shifting right away. That's another thing that we wouldn't mind having happen is we play low and our opponent might be looking at the king queen 10 and
Yeah.
maybe not get a good signal from their partner,
Yeah,
and they're
partner
not
doesn't
going
have
to
the
know
right
whether
card
they
for
can
them to show.
continue.
Yeah.
Right. So that's another reason to duck. So yeah, we're probably going to duck 2 times.
Yep. And we'll see. And the robots are definitely not uh, out of out of their realm by switching weirdly also. So we'll give them a chance to do this. And
Now
here, obviously,
they had a pretty clear cut
for sure.
diamonds play. They king queen just looks like king queen jack 10 or whatever. Now when we're picking our discard from dummy, a little club can never help us. We might as well throw a little club. We're going to need the 9 there to hold the lead to take the club finesse, but otherwise those little clubs are going to serve no purpose whatsoever. So
Yep. All right. Next case. Let's see what the audience wants to do first, and then let's kind of talk between us as well. So for you guys out there, what do you want to do now from this position? Remember, you just took the trick in the south hand. You're declaring. So you're in your hand. What are we playing here? Mm-hmm. This is different. We in our normal classes, none of the students can see the other students' choices, so it'd be interesting to see if that has any effect here. All right, we see most
I
people wanting to play a heart and others wanting to attack clubs here.
so clubs is obviously the suit that's going to generate us the most tricks. So I understand the people who've shifted their focus directly onto the club suit. The problem is that if we play clubs out of our hand, if we play the ace of clubs, the only way we're going to take all 5 club tricks is if the king drops. And I saw a person suggest the queen of clubs, but that's conceding a club loser that we may not
Yeah,
have.
even if the
If we
king is Singleton.
if we play clubs by finessing them, we have a chance to take 5 club tricks. And by finessing them, I'm saying start from dummy and lead the 9 and run it through the ace queen jack 10. So the only way to do that is to get to dummy, and the only way to get to dummy is to play hearts. And the only thing is, if we play a heart to the ace, that's gonna kill our chance of taking a second heart trick. So to me, we need to travel to dummy, and our best play in hearts is a heart to the queen. This could get ugly really quickly. If the heart finesse loses, we could
Diamonds and
end up in a
spades,
pretty
yeah.
bad spot here when we don't have our club set up in time. You can see bad things happening, but the heart finesse is offside, the club finesse is offside. Okay, if everything's bad, we're just going to take very few tricks on this hand, but we've got to try and take the most tricks possible.
Well, and let's think about it in another way. Let's say we decide to play our clubs the way we suggested here. We play either ace of clubs, and honestly, if you play clubs, you should play ace of clubs first on this deal for sure. But if you lose a club, you will get 4 club tricks. You've taken 1 diamond, and now you have 1 or 2 hearts. So you might get to 7 without them taking all the tricks, but we still are going to have a heart finesse to win to take 7 tricks, right? So here we're kind of doing the same thing we would be forced to do later if things went well or poorly for us. And here, okay, not the worst case. It went heart to the queen and king, and now they're returning a heart, which suggests we did a good job ducking here. And now we are clearly going to win our ace, and we're going to plunk down the 9 of clubs like we discussed. At least a win here for sure.
Yeah, so at least we're gonna make our contract. We're kind of gonna get stuck leading spades out of our hand here, but you know what? That was the
That's
cost of
fine.
doing business.
Yeah.
We could actually there sneak over to the six of clubs and play a spade up, but
But
we're
now
just
we just might
run the risk of
lose
taking no
everything.
club tricks. Yeah.
Yeah. And then maybe we can pray for some sort of odd pun. That didn't work for us, so they're just gonna cash a couple of hearts here and down
No, we
plus
made our
90, good
contract.
enough. Let's see, how'd we score here? If people played clubs, we might not have scored as well. Okay, 82.1%. Not too bad to start. Probably one of our better starts. 3 clubs making 3 was 92.9, and someone was allowed to make 2 no trump. Good job. But, oh well. Ooh, good one. Make your call, folks. 1 diamond on your right. And it is your bid.
Gotta save this one for a lesson hand. This is a great hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's
No,
amazing we got 82% on that board. It felt like we did nothing but take 2 finesses
yeah.
and
Well, we opened in no trump. That was the different thing. So those people that where it might have gone like a club, a heart, and no trump, they might have gotten a different lead. But I can't imagine anything would have been better than what was the.
it would have gone a club a diamond overcall because they did have king queen jack 10
Yeah.
fifth.
Okay.
So I kind of expected this result of the poll of
Mm-hmm.
most people doubling and maybe a couple one heart bidders. I'm sorry to tell all of you, all of you, or most of you, 90% of you, that I'm on the other side of the fence from you. Whenever you have a 5-card major, even one that's this gross and ugly, if we don't start by bidding our 5-card major, we're never going to get to show that we have 5 of them. So what's going to happen is if we double, and let's say partner bids 2 clubs,
What do we do?
we can never show our 5-card heart suit again. The difference is if we overcall a heart, the spade suit isn't lost. We can always recover a 4-4 spade fit, but we'll never be able to recover that 5-card suit. And so I'm of the strong opinion that you should be overcalling with 5-card majors rather than
And I am as
double.
well. And I tell my students pretty much always when we have a 5-card major and we're considering doubling, we usually don't want this where it is right. There are some times where it is right. Here, though, you've also heard me say, many of you, that I don't like overcalling bad suits because, hey, do I necessarily want this led? But that's different. When you have a very good hand and a bad suit, it's okay. It's when you have a bad suit and a bad hand, or a bad suit and all your points outside and nothing great, you want to avoid this. But here, our hand is excellent. We have a 5-card suit that we get to show
It's
immediately.
funny. I totally agree with David here. This looks like a hand that was designed for a
Exactly right.
lesson. You know, like we're trying to show you the most extreme situation, which this is. We have the worst heart suit imaginable, and we're still choosing to overcall heart. Now here, I don't think I'm so quick to give up here. I feel like we do have a pretty good hand to now make it take a double, and this is
And
part of the.
this is the beauty of the way we've bid this hand. Now, when we double, we get to show kind of this shape, a 5-card heart suit with the ability to play in the other 2 places. So are you in there for that, Gavin? You
I
doubling?
think so. Like we're gonna settle for 1 no trump their
I
way.
mean,
That
we have
just
the
seems like
best
it's
hand at the table in these things always. And David, I have a special thank you email out to you very soon, buddy.
this isn't so good. This is
This is
not what I was hoping for because this is the problem. His partner's going to lead hearts. This is
bad.
not working out well for us.
Partner floated our double.
It
Let's
was
see. Let's see what's going
definitely.
on. Let's take a second here. Dummy has 12 points. We have 13.
Ooh,
I mean,
we're
the
in trouble.
robot. The problem with this is, yeah, the robot does tend to pass or float a double in these situations when they don't necessarily have a hand that would do this.
Yeah, I mean, so we can see pretty quickly that the opponents are going to have 4 hard tricks in the ace of clubs.
Yeah.
That's 5 tricks. We need to beat them in this contract. We cannot afford for 1 no trump to make. So this whole defense, we're going to have to gear around the idea that we cannot afford to let them take 7 tricks. It doesn't matter what. This isn't like a normal match point hand where you're just trying to take the minimum number or hold your opponents to the minimum number of tricks. Over tricks do not matter.
Yeah, we're
on this
getting a
hand.
0 if we let him make it, basically.
So So we can see they're starting with 4 heart tricks and the ace of clubs. They don't have more club tricks because we've got the king, queen, third of clubs. And we know that what does the robot say that the point range is for the 1-no trump bidder?
Like 6 to 10, probably. Oh, no, sorry. It says 8 to 11.
Okay, 8 to 11. So we know that they have the ace, king of hearts. That's 7 of their points. So the hope here is that they only have one more point, and that maybe was the jack of diamonds. That would be a reasonable thing, because if they've got the queen of spades, they're going to be able to build 2 spade tricks. If they've got the jack of spades, they're going to be able to build 1 spade, one at least, and
maybe 2.
So let's see what happens. But we're gonna, yeah, exactly. We're gonna show partner the 2 of hearts. We're not headed in the right direction on this hand. Let's just say, let's be prepared. Hopefully, yeah.
So I would say club here, but.
So is there any chance that we can isolate the hearts? Like, what is there some way that we've left? If you're saying you would say club? Is that what you're saying? King club.
That would be my read on this one, but I mean, let's think about
if we could take 4 club tricks and 2 diamond tricks and a spade, or 4 club tricks. The partner would have to have 5 clubs and.
I mean, if we play a heart, declare is going to win and play a diamond, probably, right? To try to create a
and that doesn't. Either way, we're going to end up getting stuck. Well, what if partner's got the? Well, it looks like partner's got the king of diamonds, right?
I think so. Ace, king of hearts to our left. I mean, what else?
That and if declare's got the king of diamonds, it's moot.
Yeah.
Exactly. So we gotta assume partner's got the king of diamonds. Maybe king jack of diamonds. So we play back a heart. They're gonna play a diamond. Partner's gonna fly up with the king. Maybe play a club for us. That might be good for us, right? We might be able to. I could see us us being able to. Even if declare has the jack of clubs, I could see us finding a way to beat this. If we play a heart back now, and they win the ace king doubleton on our left, perhaps. Now they're going to play a diamond. Partner's going to win a king. That's declare's 6 tricks set up with the queen of diamonds. But maybe from there, it's possible that we might be able to we might be able to beat this hand by getting 2 diamonds.
And it's just
2 clubs. That's 4. A heart is 5. We would need 2 spade tricks. So what's the problem? What were you going to say?
I was just saying that. I mean, we don't really know what declare has, but let's say they have, some length in diamonds and a spade card. We're cooked also here.
I think that we're done. If declare has long diamonds, there's just really nothing we can do. Well, I mean, I guess partner has jack 5th of clubs and the queen jack of spades. That's something that we can play for. If partner has jack 5th of clubs, we can come back to king of clubs, and that's going to set up 4 club tricks for us.
Right.
But if we do that, that's there. I'm just trying to think if we can beat it otherwise. That's really like I'm kind of with you that the king of clubs is the standout defense.
Yeah.
That seems like the simplest way for us to beat it. But I'm just wondering if we can beat it slower. If we can.
Maybe, I don't think a heart's going to be devastating to us anyway. Because if it's wrong, it's just going to be wrong because.
Well, there's one situation like let's say declare has jack 10-9 of diamonds.
Yeah.
Right. And so that would give partner the queen. If we give partner the queen jack of spades, we could get 7 tricks by taking 2 diamonds, 2 spades is 4, and 3 club tricks is 7. But if we let them set up their diamonds now, that's going to end. We're not going to get that opportunity. So it could be critical, depending on how good declare's diamonds are. It could be critical for us to get that club on the table.
You choose.
Yeah, do it. Let's throw the king of clubs on the table. We're probably. I feel like we might as well just go because they're going to make this hand almost for sure. Okay, so now we got a decision to make.
Now do we play the queen or the 7, or do we do anything else?
Well, we know partner's got the jack of clubs because declare would have won the ace. If declare could easily have won the ace to set up their jack. So from that perspective, playing the queen of clubs back would make some sense. Like we're going to get in. We're not going to get in again, but the problem is that we don't want to block the clubs.
We'll get in at some point, but
we know partner has the king. We know partner has the king of diamonds, but let's say we play a low club and declare does have jack 10-9 of diamonds. They're gonna win the ace of clubs. They're gonna play a diamond, and partner's gonna win the king. But now partner's gonna cross the club, and we're gonna be stuck. So we have to play the queen of clubs back.
Yep. And this works. Partner has like Jack 9 over the 10. Well,
That 9 looks
looks
pretty
weird.
good.
We'll give a little signal here. Hey, partner, this is how you get to us, if need be.
Uh-oh.
Okay, this is bad. Last chance to excel. Ooh, they did it.
6.
Oh.
No, nothing we can do.
Okay. We'll take it. We'll get a peek at this hand afterwards as well. They're going to take this last trick for making 180 plus to them. Okay. Yeah, looks like we just did not have the right cards there. Dropped down to 6th place. Not the worst case, 21%.
You see that we caught partner with basically the worst shape possible for our reopening double. I mean, we partner did not have a fit for anything and had good diamonds and not good enough diamonds to stop them from taking multiple diamond tricks. Like they had just good enough diamonds that it was worth passing. But then, like I would have passed with partner's hand as well. King 10 for the diamonds. There's nothing else that they can really bid.
Would you have led the same thing? 7 of hearts.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Yeah,
I mean, you're gonna yeah.
It's not the worst. Okay. Well, we've been here before. Your call on this one. In fact, let's poll the audience on this one as well. What would you do with this hand, folks? We talked a little bit about upgrading on Monday. We did a 2-no Trump auction class. This was not one of the hands.
That's a good play by Declare running the 9 of diamonds there. They knew we were short in diamonds, so that was the killer play. We probably could have beat that hand if they didn't do that.
Yeah, because now partner gets the 2 of their diamonds rather than just 1. So I would open a club with this hand. I would not open 2-no Trump because I don't have a strong reason to upgrade. What do you think?
That's exactly right.
Yep.
We're not. We have some decent features to our hand. The 10-9 hearts are not covered in our points. That's a good thing. But the Ace Jack Doubleton is kind of a not so good part of our hand. So I'm never going to upgrade without checking for downgrades on the way. I'm never going to downgrade, and we never downgrade.
Never downgrade.
But when we're thinking about upgrading, you can't just add value for the things that you think are adding value and then not subtract value for the things that are worth less.
Right.
So I would upgrade because of the 10-9 for the hearts, but then I would downgrade back to 19 with the Ace Jack of diamonds. So that's what I would say.
To be honest, I usually don't like to upgrade without a 5-card suit, right? There are times where you might, but a 5-card suit is one of the best reasons to upgrade. So if we take the Jack of diamonds out and we put the Jack of diamonds in the club suit or something, we give ourselves like a 5-3-3-2 hand with 19. Now it's totally different, right? So here, no reason to upgrade. We plan to open a club and rebid to show our strength afterwards. And here we go. 1 club, 1 no Trump. I am going to make this bid. I would love to poll the audience, but we're kind of slow so far. But this is always just 2 no Trump. So many people want to bid 3 no Trump with this hand, and it is wrong, right? It's wrong to bid 3 no Trump with this hand because you get to show 18-19 balanced with just a 2 no Trump bid, not necessarily a jump. And here, partner passed, and it looks like they evaluated their hand pretty well here, but I don't know. Would you pass 2-no with this hand, Kevin?
I would not. 7 points and opposite 18 is 25. That's definitely game. Plus they have the Jack 10 of spades. They have the Jack 9 of clubs. Those are extra features that weren't counted by their points. I would definitely be bidding game with their hand.
Well, let's see. Let's see if they did well for us. You want to play anything here?
Well, we might as well. It doesn't matter, right? At this point, we're just going to lose we're gonna though. So at this stage, we just have to knock out the spade, and then either the hearts are going to break or they're not. They're not, so you can claim and they get a trick.
Yep. Okay. 32.1. Let's see what happened.
People opening 2-no Trump.
Upgraders, which, by the way, not the best. And then the 1 club, 1 no, 3 no's. All right. That's wrong in my book. Gavin,
It is definitely wrong. I mean,
just
I don't know about wrong with
understand
the
that.
robots. With the robots, when you see that the robot passes
When the
with 7
robot like
points,
lowballs you like this, you can kind of feel like you want to do this, but it's
should
just bad for
have
your
done.
bridge, guys.
Right, exactly. It is
It's just
absolutely,
totally
when you
bad.
have 19 points, you open a minor, and then over 1 no trump, you bid 2 no trump, not
Yep.
3 no trump.
Exactly. Right. Ooh, what's your bid, folks? Make your bid. Yeah, Bruce, exactly. You can make the worst bid ever and come out on top of the scoring sheet, and you could also make the worst bid ever and be punished accordingly. That's the beauty and the suffering of every bridge player. You can absolutely do something you've thought so much about and you think it's absolutely right, and it turns out to be completely wrong. Okay, got some bidders in here, and this is and only ever will be Jacoby 2 no trump. Partner open 1 heart. We have 4 card support for partner suit, and we have a big hand, right? This just shows this is our forcing major suit raise, 4 or more hearts and 13 or more total points. And partner bombs 4 hearts. How often do you make this bid, Gavin? What does 4 hearts mean to you in any partnership you're in?
In my partnerships, I have strict rules with my partner that 4 hearts is a ridiculously bad hand.
It's
That
a shameful hand.
Yeah, not it doesn't just mean I have a minimum, because if you define it as a minimum, then you're just saying, like, if I have 12 points, I'm going to bid 4 hearts. But I have one very, very strict rule I have with my partners is you are not allowed to make this bid if you hold 2 key cards and the queen of trumps. So even if you have 11 points for your 1 heart opener, if that 11-point hand contains 2 key cards with the queen of trumps, so you've got the ace queen of trumps and an ace and a jack, that is too much to jump to 4 hearts. So I will make the next step bid, which depending on what you're playing with your partners, whether 3 no trump is the next one up the line of I have no shortness, but I have better than a minimum. I would make that even with a garbage 11 count if I have too many key cards. So that's where I am on the grand scheme of things.
All right, and either way, partner probably has a wider range here because a robot isn't kind of on that level. But still, do we have any reason to want to continue here when partner signs off? Not at all.
We're
right?
thrilled with their 4 heart bid. Exactly. It takes away all the thinking on this hand.
And we're so likely to make it, and we're so unlikely to make slam that we're just super happy. And here, this won't take too much time.
Yeah, and it's actually not a bad slam. You see, this is a pretty good. I would never in my life have. How many points is that they have over there? They only 14. Have 14,
they
but
clearly have shown a non-minimum hand here for sure.
They've just given us an opportunity here. What happened? We were able. They just did not take the ace of spades.
Yeah. So now if hearts are breaking, we can rough diamonds and make 12, 13 tricks.
Even if hearts are not breaking, we can still use the ace queen of clubs and then come over to the king of diamonds and then play the king of clubs to throw away our spade losers. Either way, we're a trick up here.
Yeah, I'm going to do this just to get the robots to cover.
Okay, but that just for what it's worth.
And we play
if you're not playing against robots, this is a really, really bad play.
Of course,
because what will happen here is if East has all 4 of the hearts, Queen 9 7 4th, you just blew a trick by playing the Jack and the Ace on the same trick.
Absolutely, but this is also a little robot trick for an extra win when your hearts are not breaking.
I get it. Sure.
All right, so we can cash clubs now and leave
King hearts first. Yeah.
Okay, so now we cash clubs, come over to the diamond, and now we have our line made for us.
All right, as long as this lives, we are making an extra trick for
bingo.
them. They should have taken their ace of spades.
Rookie mistake. And now we don't care about the trump. They will take it whenever they want. We're just going to accomplish our goals regardless. And we'll see. They'll probably wait till the last trick, robot style. All right, let's see how we did. I can't imagine anyone bidding a slam on this auction, but we'll see. Okay, a little boost on that one, 75%. Okay, garden variety 1 club opening bid here. All right. So here's what's happened so far, folks. We opened a club. Our left-hand opponent overcalled 1 spade. Our partner made the negative double. And then East bid 3 clubs, which is a mixed raise. And it is pretty common these days for the jump cubit. When our side is overcalled at the 1 level, the jump cubit in response just shows a mixed raise, which is like 7 to 9 points and 4 card support for partner suit. Now what, Gavin?
Well, so far, our partner, we obviously don't have heart support, which is the first thing the partner is looking for. We do have 4 diamonds, and we do have this nice club suit, and we do have an above average hand. So I'm looking to take a call. The question to me is, I feel like I have two real choices: 3 diamonds or double. I am. I would think double pretty much stands out. I've got a really good club suit. I would like to show it. I don't like the idea of bidding 3 diamonds because it's committing us to a level that really our partner only showed us 7 points or something with their negative double 8 points.
Yeah, if they want to correct it, we're going to do that at the 4 level. That can't be that beautiful, right?
Yeah, we're not strong enough for that. Carol, thank
Yeah,
you.
Carol, thank
It's
you so
unbelievably
much for the
nice of you.
generous
Thank you.
super chat. Really appreciate that. And here, the good thing is, I'm always wary if, and for those of you that are playing a lot of online tournaments on Bridge Base, I'm worried about doubling when the robot is my partner because they kind of get these situations wrong pretty much regularly. However, when I'm considering it, I want to see what the robot's going to think it is, and this is exactly what we want them to think it is. So it's pretty safe here, and we'll see what happens. Now it goes redouble, pass 3 spades. Are we taking any other call here?
I mean, listen, it does feel wrong to be defending right now. Like when we look at our losers, like we have 1 spade loser. If we're playing with clubs as trumps, we have 1 spade loser. We have 1 heart loser. We have 1 club loser and maybe a couple diamonds. So we're really, really close to 4 clubs being down 1 or making. But at the same time, it's just completely unilateral for us to be bidding again on this hand. Like I would not be in real life. I would never bid again. I would have made my
Yeah,
double.
you might
Felt like I
consider
showed
it
my
here because
hand.
of that little extra piece of knowledge you have, but the colors are just brutal. You're opening up that minus 200 for your side, basically, by bidding.
Yeah, I don't see how we can bid. It feels wrong to pass, but it feels even more wrong to bid.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry too much about the redouble. This is just kind of robot stuff, but here it's just probably some different way to show their range more specifically. But we are going to pass and just defend 3 spades here.
Remember, the opponents have an 8-card heart fit here. We know partner's got 4 of them. We know that we've got 1. So it looks like the opponents. I mean, partner could have 5 hearts, but
Okay, and here's what we got from the lead. Partner led the 8 of clubs. Declare played the king from dummy, and we won our ace. And Declare played the 6. Okay.
Yeah. So we can see that that partner either has 1 or 2 clubs to start. That was either a singleton or they have a doubleton. But our club trick is not going away. There's nowhere for them to discard it. Dummy's got the singleton diamond, so the dummy could throw some clubs, but we have the king of diamonds to protect from all the clubs going away. So there's no urgency for us to catch a club. To me, it looks when there's a singleton and dummy like this, my immediate reaction is I want to play trumps. Sometimes when I have the singleton heart, my immediate reaction might have been I want to play my heart and get a rough. But because we have the king queen of spades, that's a natural trump trick. We don't want to mess with hearts. To me, I just think it's kind of stand out to leave the king of spades back.
And here, yeah, for sure. But here's the other thing that people are kind of talking about here is when you're playing against a good declare, it's probably still possible that partner has a singleton club. When you're playing against a player that is not terribly experienced, what card do you think they're going to play in the club suit when the club suit is led? What card would you play? You're kind of default playing your lowest card.
Yeah, small
So
for sure.
so here when it's a good declare to your left, you could still possibly think that partner has a singleton because a good declare with 6 deuce will play the 6 to make this decision more hard for you. Whereas if a declare on your left just quickly plays the deuce, you have at least maybe not in this one because it is 6 deuce. They're both lower than the 8, but here the 6 is
I just see that singleton and dummy. I start thinking, well, let's stop declare from getting roughs.
Yeah, no, for sure. Okay.
We might as well rough it.
Yeah.
And now we can lead a small club and let partner rough it.
There we go. And unfortunately,
nothing left to this hand. They're going to make it. And I don't know what we could have made.
We'll find out.
So we would have lost a heart. We would have lost a spade. We would have lost a club. So we probably would have been okay in 4 clubs.
All right, we did
Diamond
okay
loser, maybe.
score-wise. That's a good thing. Must have done real well. 100% on that one, by the way.
What?
Look at that. People were allowed to make 4, and people, wow, there were just some wackadoodle results on this one. Holy cow. I guess they returned a club a lot. Is that right?
If you play back a club,
yeah, there it goes. At least that's how they're making 4 from this line. Good return, Gavin. This is why we do well. And you're on it here.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny that it is so reflexive to win the ace of clubs there and play another club.
Yep.
You have to fight your urges in spots like that and really think through the whole hand. Because once you think it through and realize my club is going nowhere, you can really realize how there's a better defense available. But if you just robotically win the ace of clubs and think I'm going to keep playing clubs, then you don't give yourself a chance to get the hand right.
Right, so
this is not
a club of hearts partner
development.
raised and righty doubled. So we have a nice club fit here.
The first thing I noticed is partner didn't make a negative double. We do not have a spade fit. That's like I keep that in my mind now. So like when I'm bidding the hand, I'm not. I might bid spades, but it's not with the intention of finding a fit.
Right.
It is interesting that partners raise clubs. We have 6 clubs. Partner didn't know we had 6 clubs when we bid 1 club. So partner's got a nice 5-card fit. I mean, 5. What is partner? What is their definition of 2 clubs there? 6
I would say
10?
5+, but I've seen him do it with 4 for sure.
4. Okay, 4+ clubs, 6 to 10. Let's just build some 6-point hands and see where we're at as far as how many clubs we're going to make. Well, let's say partner has the ace of clubs. How many losers do we have if partner has the ace of clubs? Well, we have a diamond loser. We have no club losers because our 10-card fit. We have a 10-card fit in clubs. The ace and king will drop all the opponents. So we have 1 diamond loser and 2 heart losers and maybe a spade loser. So we're going to make some clubs. If partner, that's with just partner having the ace of clubs. Could we make a game? You could see pretty simply we might make a game because if partner, the hand I just gave you, if partner having the ace of clubs leaves us with only 3 losers. You can imagine that if partner's got the ace of clubs and the king of hearts, now we might just be cold from there if partner's only got a doubles and spades. So exactly. you can see where we could have a game. We need to keep game in the picture when that's the case. It'll cost us nothing. Like we know we want to bid 3 clubs at least, but that's not going to bring game into the picture. That's going to just be a competitive bid. So that's one thing that Rob's mousing over is redouble could show a good hand. I kind of like the idea of actually bidding our spades anyway, just letting partner know what the situation is. Maybe that'll help partner evaluate their hand, and I think it'll show our hand. It'll show that we have longer clubs. I think it'll get our whole hand off in one bid. I like 2 spades.
Okay.
It's showing a little bit stronger hand than I would have liked, and now what is partner 3 clubs?
3 clubs, probably just. That's obviously we've created some sort of force here, so. They're showing clubs, and now we're kind of in purgatory.
We're stuck into.
I think redouble might have been slightly better, just to kind of maybe.
Would have showed 16 highs, and we only have 13. Yeah.
Well, I mean, 2 spades showed a lot.
So just to recap for everybody what's going on here. 2 spade bid the robot took as something that was a little bit different than what it would actually mean, and now we're kind of stuck in a spot where the robot thinks we have a hand that we don't really have, and so we're in a little bit of trouble, and we're kind of left guessing right now. And usually when we're guessing, we got to guess going low. I don't know.
I agree 100%. By the way,
I would just leave this hand in 3 clubs and hope.
Going low is very important in this spot, but now, okay, whoa. So now after we pass 3 clubs, West just bids a game and partner just instantly doubles. So I mean,
we can't sit this out.
We can't sit.
Partner thinks that we have.
Partner thinks we have a huge hand, and they're doubling based on that information. So I think we parked ourselves into 5 clubs.
Yeah, I'm just hoping partner doesn't bid 6. That's really where I'm at right now.
Oh well, at least we got doubled, so that wouldn't happen.
Okay.
All right, let's see. So you're saying that? Let me just back this up. Actually, so you're saying that because I would take 2 spades is definitely a bigger hand, and on this auction, you're saying that's not necessarily what it would be.
Well, I just add up the deck here. Okay, there's not room
Something
for
you and
my
your partner should be doing, right? So
yeah.
yeah,
So there's not room on this hand for us to have this 19 to 22 point hand. The opponents are overcalling and doubling. They've got a third of the deck at least over there. I don't know, whatever they have at least 14 points. So if partner's got like some 7 point hand, they're going to be able to tell that we don't have this mountain. Two spades is just a natural bid. It's a competitive bid. Whenever you have
and
hands
it
that
shows
everybody's bidding,
like extra, not some extras, but also the ability to play higher in clubs, essentially only.
yeah, we're
Right?
getting our
Yeah.
shape. Like the fact that we bid
Yeah.
two spades means we're not balanced. That's the big thing that I wanted to convey to my partner is that if I have a balanced hand over double, I'm just gonna pass. If I have a 12 to 14 point minimum, I'm gonna pass. And if I have 18, 19, I'm just gonna bid three no trump in this spot.
Sure.
So like they know when I bid two spades that I've got four spades and I've got longer clubs. You don't need to wait till you have 19 points to make this bid because you already have a club suit. It's not a normal reverse where it's gone like a
If
club
East had
pass and
passed maybe and we bid two spades, this would still be probably something relatively strong, or
but that's like a game try, right?
yeah.
Like our partners, we got to, in the context, we've opened a club, our partners bid two clubs. We have an established club fit and we don't have a spade fit.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's gone two clubs, when you bid two spades, it's a natural forward going game try. That's what it means.
Yeah.
Anyway, honestly, we've gotten ourselves to this spot that doesn't
Bought
even
a pretty good
actually
one.
look that bad here.
Yeah.
The only bad part about partner's hand is they've got a little bit of defense over that jack.
Well, the thing is, it's funny. It looks like they'll in four hearts they'll take a heart. We'll take a heart, two spades maybe, and that might be it.
Yeah, unfortunately, that diamond is sitting
I
behind
know.
the
diamond
West.
is in a good spot.
I think our best hope here is that West has a singleton spade. That would be a dream.
Right, because now they're making four hearts, right? They only have
Yeah.
one spade loser.
Let's get those trumps drawn.
Okay, here come the hearts. And we'll see a spade through, most likely. Oh.
What happened here?
Wow. They tried to get to partner for their spade ruff, it looks like. You see that?
Uh-huh.
They played king of hearts and now low, so okay. We will draw our last round of trump. And
That jack of hearts is not good for what it's worth.
yeah, I know. I was just going to rough to lead a diamond back, but I could also just lead a spade.
Yeah. It doesn't matter. We're just going to lose that diamond and go minus 100.
And yeah, good. Looked like they chose the wrong entry to partner's hand, but and they were getting a spade ruff. Take a look.
And beautifully, the diamond finesse was on side.
I know
so they were gonna make it easily.
Good job, us and Robot. 82% for that one.
Wow, we fell into it. We kind of,
as Bruce was saying before. Sometimes you can make a bad bid and come out smelling like a rose.
But it was only bad in the context of what the robot was going to take it. Exactly.
Yeah, right.
We should have taken a peek at what the robot thought.
To be honest, this auction itself was super helpful. I'm glad we saw this auction because honestly, I wouldn't have taken it as strong as a robot would, but I would have taken two spades as something slightly different. So I'm glad
it's a game try, though, not natural game.
Well, and it's funny. It requires both sides to be understanding the situation as to what's happened and what's going on there. I like that. Okay, normal stuff here. We open our 5-5s, one heart. Partner bids a no trump. We're just gonna bid our club suit. And now partner's trying to sign off in spades, folks.
What? No. Is that what that is? That's the impossible two spade bid.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. We opened a heart. So, yeah, talk about this one, Gavin.
Yeah,
this is one that doesn't come up too often.
Yeah, it is a great thing that doesn't come up too often, and something that kind of one of the second or third lessons of forcing no trumps. This is when a heart passed, partner would have bid a spade when they had spades. So the fact that they bid one no trump already took away spades. They can't have spades anymore. You never bypass spades to bid one no trump. I shouldn't say never. There is one circumstance that is a lesson on its own.
Almost never.
Almost always you don't bid spades. You would bid one spade. So now when it goes a heart and no trump two clubs, partners two spade bid. They aren't suddenly growing a spade suit, right? They didn't just pick up four cards off the floor and say now I have a spade suit. They don't have spades. So this is called the impossible two spade bid. And what we use it as is a way of showing that we have a club fit. but an exceptionally good hand. One of the weird things about the two club, actually, I've been asking this at a few of my lessons lately. We have been asking, we had to ask on Sunday. That's what it was. Do people understand what the upper limit is for two clubs? This is a very important question. We opened a heart at when a no trump, and our second bid was two clubs. Do you know what the
Yeah, let's
most
ask.
we can
What's the
have?
range of that rebid? So the
Our two
original
club
range is
bid.
12 to 21. When we open a heart partner business no term, we bid two clubs. What's the upper range of that bid now?
We're asking you guys.
I have to say, I got a very wonderful gift late yesterday in my mailbox from one of my star students. I will be sending this person an email afterwards, but I had a just blast from the past trip to New York City. Had two beautiful knishes, if you know what those are, and some matzo ball soup. And I have to say it was delicious, and I feel like 40 times better after eating it. I don't know if matzo ball soup is Jewish penicillin. I've been taking it when I've been sick every year in New York, and one of our favorite students sent me a package full of that. So I have to say thank you very much to that person, and I will thank you personally later.
So the limit here is 18. It is basically two clubs is only limited by the fact that we haven't jumped to three clubs, and jumping to three clubs would show 19 or more, game forcing hand, opposite partners minimum. So because two clubs can have up to 18, it's very important that partner North keeps the auction alive when they have like 8 or 9 points or something like that. So they may raise two clubs to three clubs sometimes as what's called a courtesy raise to keep the auction alive.
Just in case.
The impossible two spade bid really lets us get away with that. It lets us bid three clubs with 8 points, because whenever we have a really strong hand, the strong in the context of a one no trump response, we can't have a game forcing hand. So whenever we have the 11 or 12 point hand with club fit, we use the impossible two spade bid to convey that hand. So now partners saying that they have the best possible hand in support of clubs. We have a really good hand here.
Yeah, and we know partner only has two hearts at most, so that's amazing for our hand as well. So how do we navigate here?
I mean, do we have a slam? Can we have a slam? We can have a slam, but it's far fetched. Look, we need partner to have king fifth of clubs and the ace king of diamonds. That's a 10 count. That we would have no club losers, we'd have no diamond losers, we have no heart losers, we would just lose a spade. I don't think that's what's going on for a couple reasons. One, the opponents haven't bid spades. They have 9 spades between them, and they haven't bid spades. So chances are they don't have I mean, it could be if East has it, but because they would have been forced at the 2 level, but West would have overcalled a spade if they had 5 good spades. Sure. So I think partner rates to have some stuff in spades. We have to make a bid here that's forward going. It's possible 3 no trump is the right place to end, but I just think we're like practically, let's just go 5 clubs and be done with it.
I agree. I think it's best, especially after we tried to complicate our lives last time, to keep this one pretty simple and get to a good spot. Okay, it's going to require a successful club finesse, it looks like here.
I was wrong about the spade suit. They have a 10 card fit with the ace, king, queen of spades and didn't get into this bidding. That's pretty amazing. If we can sneak a diamond through, we might be able to throw our diamonds away also.
That's something to,
yeah. Either way, let's go over to
attempt that now.
We could do that. I mean, there's no way that we're getting bad breaks. The opponents have a 10 card spade fit.
Yeah, they would have.
Somebody has a singleton club already. I don't think that diamonds are 6-1 as well, or else they're entitled to a game of their own. All right, they were smart enough to go up with the ace. Yeah, what spade did they lead at trick 1? I can't
remember.
Does anybody remember what
spade
they
led? King of spades. They led the king of spades.
So they led the king of spades, and they have the ace of diamonds. They have the ace king of spades and the king.
So East has long spades. West has like 4 cards in the spade suit, and East has 6. Does that seem, because West has shown up with now how many points?
11 already. Ace king of spades, ace of diamonds, or king queen of spades, ace of diamonds. Yeah. The problem is that it looks like all right.
Ooh, success. Boom. Claim city. All right. Not too bad.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah.
Because we're and I guess it was king.
Holy cow! We are in first place. Don't look now.
Everybody relax. take a deep breath. We've been here before, and we've come away wanting. So.
Oh, we're seasoned veterans now. We know how to lock this in. This is cheese. We
Should we
got it.
call
We got
John
it.
Craniac just to make just to
We should
solidify?
do. This is amazing.
All right, so
Well,
we're
I
gonna
knew a
be
streak was coming. I'm telling you.
we're
You could
gonna
feel
be
it. You don't go 8
nice
weeks
and
without
low.
winning, and then there's the other side of the variance has to come to the table. So
all right, keeping it exciting here. We're just gonna open our diamond hand. Oh, this is a good one. Let's pull the audience here. What are we bidding with this hand, folks? A diamond, a heart to you. You opened in fourth seat, basically. You opened a diamond. It went past a heart, pass back to you.
we need a victory dance.
We I like the hands up in true like extemporaneous fashion where the victory just but
I'm thinking
dance,
like
Steve.
a little chair spin or something. Something.
Someone asked me, what song gets me on the dance floor the most often, and I said the fire alarm. If the dance floor is between me and the nearest exit, right? That's the time that I'll be on the dance
You
floor.
don't like to dance? I like to dance.
It's not that I don't like to. It's that it's probably embarrassing if I dance. I have no rhythm whatsoever. That all the skills that are required for that endeavor, I just don't have. All right.
Oh, what's the exception?
We'll talk about that later, Harry. That's a good question.
Are you talking about that last hand?
Yeah, I think so. Well, maybe not. What are we doing here, Gavin? Now, here's the thing. I like bidding a no trump here because of the position we're in and the fact that we might just be playing it there, which is usually good for us. But if you're not totally balanced, it's usually better to be bidding a spade. Where do you fall on this hand here?
I'm kind of in the middle. I like to be able to pick and choose. Some people play that you have to be unbalanced to bid a spade. I don't like that style. I like to be able to bid a spade when I feel like bidding a spade. If I have a hand that has no club stopper, right. I want to bid one spade. I don't want to bid one no trump. But at the same time, I like the idea of being able to bid one no trump as well. Here, I'll tell you, partner's a passed hand. It's not a game hand. So I'm a little worried that if I don't bid a spade and we have a spade fit, that we're just going to belong in spades. And this one's pretty. To me, this is a coin flip. I don't know. I'm okay with going with whatever you want to do, Rob. I'm okay with doing whatever the crowd wants to do. This one, so if we bid a no trump, the only time bidding a no trump is going to be bad is if partner has four spades.
Is it partner has spades? Yeah, exactly.
Otherwise, one no trump is going to be great. If we bid one spade, the only time that's going to be bad is when partner doesn't have a club stopper, and then we don't get to one no trump. Yeah, we want to play one no trump if we're not playing in spades. So, all right, I'm definitely okay with one no. That's a perfectly reasonable bid.
Fingers crossed. And even if partner does have four spades, we may sometimes be able to take extra tricks. Oh, okay.
I mean, this is the dream scenario. This is we're gonna get to just take our time here and bring this one home because we are in the right contract.
Yep.
We are going to get the best result possible.
Yep. We can win if we just don't do anything silly. So let's take a moment, folks. Give yourselves some time to kind of take a look at this hand, plan your play, and then we will come back at you in a couple of seconds.
There's a trap on this hand.
Yeah, usually in one no trump, you don't have a whole bunch of winners at the start. But the key thing is where are extra tricks going to come from? All right, first off, what are you playing from dummy here, Gavin?
Well, if I thought that they might be leading low from king, queen, 10, fourth, I would pop up with the 9. But I'm pretty confident that if I play low from dummy, we're going to see an honor pop up from third hand. So I would rather have that happen and keep my 9-8 until later. So now the 9-8 is going to act as a second stopper. Yep. I'm perfectly happy with that. We can win the ace, and now you can see that we actually have a sure spade stopper, at least one. The reason being, even if they play spade back through our jack, we can play low. They'll win the 10. Then they can take the king, but our jack is going to be good. So they're not running the spade suit on us, right? Yeah. So when I'm looking at this hand, obviously hearts looks like the suit that we have the most potential in, but it's usually, you can see this diamond suit. We have two absolute diamond winners that we can develop that we're going to need to do. We're going to lose the king of diamonds and the ace of diamonds anyway. To me, we may not need to worry about the queen of hearts on this hand, depending on how the play goes. That I don't want to start this hand by playing ace of hearts, 10 of hearts, and finessing it, having it lose. And first of all, now there's no guarantee we're ever getting the dummy again.
That's the big thing, I think, when you look at this hand.
I don't know if we need those heart tricks. We've got those diamond tricks. We might eventually. We're probably going to have the spades to deal with.
And the opponents are going to have to start leading some of these suits at some point as well when we let them in.
Yeah, I'm just going to play a diamond to the queen and
notice how safe this is, folks. Any reason to unblock here?
I think we need to unblock. We don't want to get stuck in dummy. Yeah, we want to set up our diamonds. All right. So they led low and then higher on spades.
So that sounds like 4.
It looks like they have 4, but this is a whole weird situation because if they've underled the king, I guess they could see this coming. They could see exactly what was going on. Yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna win this, and we're gonna knock out the diamond like we thought. And we're gonna be left with some decision making. There we go. That's a beautiful card.
They made the decision for us.
But now we're in a spot where
now we're
safe.
It all.
We can throw. Now we're gonna get an opportunity to throw away the spade.
Yep. And then take a heart finesse.
We can safely take the heart finesse into East, who doesn't have any spades left. All right, perfect.
See if they're breaking. Nope.
We got them all.
They're breaking.
180.
Nice.
Do you feel the victory? We're in.
73.
That's 2 in a row. Rob, prepare the banner now.
All right. 2 in a row is going up. In fact, you know what? Let me change it right now. Let's change it live so we can start with this next week. I
want to see it. I want to see it. And I just wanted, like, honestly, the fact that we had Cranyak here last week, it left me feeling like, did we need him? Was he the difference?
Did he add any value to this?
It's like, are we? I just don't want to come back the week after Cran and then have like some 45% game and then.
Cran is a slump buster. He came in, he busted the slump, and now we're okay big win too, like 11 percentage points. So we had a kind of a couple bumps in the road early, but we recovered well, Gavin.
Yeah, that's the key to, honestly, that just bring open the history. First of all, you close the results too quickly. We're going to admire.
You want to bask in the 100%.
I do, but I want to talk about the fact that this is a classic match point game where you have a bad result in the middle. This was one of the first things that I went over, and when we were talking about match point strategy versus imp strategy, I said match point strategy, one of the biggest, most important things about match point strategy is that all hands are equal, and that the way you win is by not letting bad boards compress on top of each other. So it's really important that when you do something, have something bad happen, that the next hand that you're just there ready to play the next hand, and at the same time not yelling at your partner. We yell at the robots a little bit. We blame the robots for those hands. But the robot shows up on the next hand ready to play the same way on every hand, and that is a big part of winning at match.
Yeah, and you can tell like that the best players in any mind sport, in my opinion, the best players avoid tilt. When bad things happen, it doesn't affect you. When good things happen, it shouldn't affect you either. You just want to be flatlined in the middle of not getting too happy or too distraught about the results you're getting. You're just going to be playing bridge, right? Next hand, folks, get it out of your head. Bob Hammond, I think that's his go-to. He's just the most important thing is not let the last hand affect your next hand.
It's just everything. It's the whole game, and you should definitely talk to your dad about that, because he should want to win, wanting to win. Being a good partner is about wanting to win. You want your partner playing their best, and nitpicking and getting your partner thinking about their bad mistakes, or not even if they're not bad mistakes. Sometimes it's just like they're saying, I think you should have done this. It's not even about a bad mistake. That gets you thinking about it, and that's exactly what you don't want to be doing. You do not want to be thinking about the previous hand. That is energy wasted. I'm constantly admitting how I don't have the energy to get through a full session of bridge, that I have to find ways to shortcuts to save myself energy. If I'm wasting energy answering my partner who said, you should have bid 2 clubs on the last hand, not one diamond or whatever. And if I have to like think, first of all, it gets you defensive. You start thinking, but no, what you could have just been
Automatically, yeah, just as a normal human being.
It's anyway. So it's
David, thank you so much for the
yeah.
super
Thank
chat,
you,
sir.
David.
And Gavin, this was a great way to start a little vacation for you.
July. It is July. Yeah, I am off until Tuesday afternoon when I start my my advanced 2/1 series. I'm excited to
Yeah, that's
take it
gonna be
up a
great, dude.
notch.
I'm excited about that. I may just watch that myself because it's new. Basically, no one. I don't remember anything in recent memory that covers 2/1 as in depth as you're about to do it, buddy. So this is going to be great. We both have a bunch of courses coming up. In fact, I think I have a pop on the screen here. Oh, maybe not. You just go to learnbridge.nyc, folks, and you'll see all the classes we have coming up. And I'm going to send out an email blast to all of you guys to let you know what's coming up. And we will see you next week for an attempt at a three-peat. And
Oh
then
man,
let's just
can
keep
you
this
taste
number
it?
growing here. I knew we were going to hit our stride at some point, buddy, but
If
now
there's
here
not,
we
I'm
are.
just telling you now. If there's no banner, and then
Dude,
I'm
the
gonna be
three-peat
so
will be
devastated.
underneath. We'll be ready to go. All right, guys. Thank
Okay.
you guys so much for joining us. Learn Bridge at NYC for all the upcoming classes, and we will see you at the tables or in class. And guys, have a very safe, happy, and healthy Canada Day and July 4th weekend. Be safe and enjoy the time. And we'll see you next week, folks.
Bye, everybody.